Welcome to Handcrafted by G.R. Broussard. I'm Greg Broussard, and this past weekend I was at the Alamo Museum, and that was the 30th of August, and I noticed in the Stacey and Jason Gillman display that's on the wall right when you walk in the front door there, you have a plane like this, and this plane is number 35 on the display, and I noticed something strange when I was looking at that plane. Now, the one in the museum, number 35, display number, I noticed that it didn't have an iron. It didn't actually have a cutting surface on that tool. What it had was this cap iron put in backwards. For example, like this. So I'll take this out, take this off. This cap iron is put in this way on the one on the display, and the wedge is put in this way. So when you look at the one in the display, you'll see this area here, this void here. This part is not the cutter. It actually is used to hold down behind the iron like this, so as it cuts, as the iron cuts, this will keep the iron flat inside this bed right here, and it won't dig into your work surface, making massive tear outs and rips. And if you adjust it properly, it'll barely come out with these little shavings, and it'll go right over that chip breaker or cap iron, if you will, and they're discharged at the top of the plane. Now this whole assembly goes into the plane, and then your wedge goes on top of that. You'll notice on this plane there's this groove that's cut into the back. That's for the cap iron screw to drop down into, so it has some place to go, and then of course your wedge goes on top of that. To remove this is called a striking button. You'll hit the back of your tool to either remove this entirely, or to, if you're taking too much cut, to take less of a cut. It'll move it back out over a little bit if you're taking too heavy of a cut. Now this example that I'm doing for the Tomball Museum doesn't have a cap iron. Now I'm not sure about the one at the Alamo. I'll remove the wedge and the cutting iron. This is referred to as the iron. You can see this has no cap iron like this one does. This one doesn't have a cap iron. This just sets into the bed, and there's also, you see, no slot in here for a screw. So this was actually made like this on purpose. So there are some exceptions to the rule. Planes work a lot better with a cap iron. That's why they were invented and put in there. We'll put this back together. So I'll remove the chip breaker or cap iron from the iron, right? I'll put it in the plane as it's at your museum. I think it's that way, and then you have it in this way. So this isn't functional. This is just, that's not what that part's for. So I don't know if inside the plane there it's only a wedge. I mean, only a cutter that fits into your plane, but I didn't get to see the back of it. And also I don't know if your plane is too fragile to, you know, hit the back of it. I know the one that you guys have up there doesn't have a striking button. It's missing. So cap iron or chip breaker, display number 35 is installed improperly. So here's the cap iron. Here's the iron, the cutter. This is the way it should be assembled. And it's a bevel down tool. It means the bevel part of it faces down to your workpiece. slides into the tool. I didn't see an iron on that one, on the one you guys have. And then this one, wedge will fit on top of this. And this is the way I'll adjust mine, is I'll just barely start to, on my workpiece, tighten my wedge just a little bit. And then I will tap till I just get a small little bit of a cut. Tap a little bit more. Tighten my wedge. A little bit more. Tap the wedge, tighten the wedge. Really not getting a cut. I'll go down a little bit deeper. Now I'm getting a cut. I'll look down inside my mouth to find out if it's coming off the left or right too much. So it moved. A little bit more. A little bit more. More. Now I did it too much. That's way too thick. So I'll come back to the striking button and I can reverse, take the wedge out some, check again, see if I'm getting a cut, tighten my wedge, and just keep doing this dance until I've completely got the plane adjusted. Still too heavy. I want to take it out just a little bit. Back, wedge. We're starting to get a little bit of a cut. All these molding planes up here are adjusted the same way. It's just they don't have a cap iron. I just noticed that when I was at the museum, so I thought I'd bring it to your attention. I don't know if your tool is too delicate to remove the iron, or if you have to, maybe you could pull it out. And if the tool that you have up there at the museum is too delicate to hit the back of it, you can also hang it over an edge like this and then grab the assembly and then tap and then pull at the same time. Don't pry on it with anything, and then the assembly should come out that way. That was my observation on display number 35 with the hand plane, and the cap iron was put in upside down and backwards on that tool. And I didn't see an iron, a cutter in it. So there you go. Love these things. Beautiful museum. It was awesome.